hope so. I hope there's more to come from now on.
But everybody was sort of like, oh, what's wrong with Clemson's running game? What's wrong with the offensive line? You guys kind of showed the other night there's really nothing wrong, right? Just kind of, just doing what you had to do when you had to do it, right?
Right, and this last week we really went back to the basics of just the main runs that we usually have, and the offensive line really focusing on who they have and focusing on making the best block they can instead of worrying about everything else. And I think that was one of the biggest things going into it, that, we're good at so many things, but you got to just do your job. And everybody has one job, so I think that's really one thing in the running game that we picked up on last week.
Do you think they gelled? They gelled a lot, the offensive line, that maybe they're starting to gel a little bit more, and you're starting to see that now?
Yeah, they are.
Boston College was pretty tough against the run last year. What have you seen from so far in film this year?
Same, but I know from last year and the year before that they're just really a base good defense. They play really good in the box. Defensive line's good, linebackers are good. They all have good defensive players, so you can't doubt them.
It seemed like maybe you were a little more patient waiting for some of the blocks Saturday. Was that something somebody talked to you about, or you had noticed?
Really myself, just taking a step back, and for the whole game I was calm. I wasn't even tired. I guess it was just I had a different mindset, and just really taking it all in, like my blocks, my reads, and everything. And I just took a step back, was calm, and I just started off slow because sometimes I find myself going so fast. I'm already at. Right when I get a hand on my heart, I'm already at like Jay's butt. So yeah.
Wayne, you guys have gone through the experience of having a big win and then having to still play the rest of the season. How much is that experience, maybe following Notre Dame, following some of the other big games, just kind of is going to help you now moving on to the rest of the season?
Really knowing that every game we can't take a day off of. Every practice means something. You got to get better at something because it's all going to apply. And if we want to reach that goal we want to at the end of the season, we have to play our best game each and every week.
Do you think the younger guys understand that too, or is that something that you and some of the older guys have to tell them?
Yeah, they don't understand it by now, then something wrong, because Coach Sweeney has been in our butts these past couple weeks, in meetings and stuff like that. Really just emphasizing the point of, being ready and not taking any days off.
Piggybacking on what he asked, you guys have played the big games. When you got down by 8, was there any panic, or was there a thought over there on the sideline, we're going to do this?
No, I wasn't panicking. I thought we could go down the field and really move on them. In the second half, they did start bringing a little bit more pressure off both edges, trying to stop the run. So that's when we started using the pass a little bit more and see it work. We work those things in practice. We have those 2-minute, 4-minute. We work all that in practice, and we're prepared.
Being what you guys have gone through success-wise the last few years, is it just a whole different level of calmness and confidence on the sidelines now in a football game like that as opposed to when you were a freshman?
Yeah, because we all have confidence in each other. I could look at Deshaun, I could look at Tay, Mike, and know that they're going to be all right, and, they're not going to take a play off. So I should do the same. And so, it's just that confidence that we build not only in the games but at practice.
When you go out there in that last drive, you got 85 yards to go win the game, or at that point, what was Deshaun's mood, and how did you guys kind of play off of that, the way he was responding?
Really, our whole mood was, hey, we got to win the game, Everybody had to make plays. Players had to make plays. That's what we recruited for. So, Deshaun's going to make the throw. We just got to catch it. So that was the whole mindset going into it.
That was the first time Deshaun actually had to go lead a game-winning drive since he's been here.
Mm-hmm.
I knew you guys knew he could do it, but, for him to go out there and do it the way he did and the calmness that he showed, that's just who he is, and I guess, and how he's always acts.
Yeah. Like I say, it all comes from hard work and grind and practice. For the things that we do in practice, I don't think that, we'd be doing it on the field. We're just prepared. And, you see how he prepares and what he does and all the work that he does outside and after practice that, he's prepared for all those situations.
Do you learn something about yourselves though because you guys have had hairy moments last year Notre Dame, Georgia Tech 2 weeks ago where the game gets closer, but you still don't have to go out and score because you're down. I mean, that's been rare.
Right. And, the focus is to try to do our best and get out on the field because we know we can score, but also trying to keep the defense off the field because we know how hard they work. Our defense did a great job against Louisville. Lamar, how good of a quarterback he is and the crazy stuff he was doing. I'm just glad we got to, go out there and really dominate that last couple minutes.
The game unfolded as it did against Louisville. Going forward, is time of possession, trying to milk more. Defense was out there for 99 plays the other day.
We just got to do our part and make sure when we have the ball, we make really consistent drives.
Coaches hammer home ball security. I don't think any fumbles by the running backs, but
No,
ball security going to be a big focus this week for the whole team.
Yeah, every week. That's Coach Elliott. That's his biggest focus with us, and it's really becoming a focus on everybody. Not only offense, but even on defense. If they get a pick, what they got to do. So ball security is a must.
Wayne playing on a Friday night, feel familiar, take you back to your roots? Does it even matter what time?
Nah, it don't matter. Just thinking about it, I didn't really think about, applying it to high school. It's been so long.
Yeah.
But, it should be fun, Friday, another night game, and those are always fun ones.
Well, going back to last year in BC, the number one defense, what made their defense number one?
They knew what they were doing. Everybody was so good at just doing what they did. Their defensive line, to their linebackers, to their safeties, they just played great defense, and I can't say anything other than that. We're just gonna have to go out there and execute, and we're gonna do a good job.
All good, Wayne.
Thanks,
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
The BP balls were